You talk about a sudden loss. I can see that someone's sick, you take them to the hospital, for instance, and then that's the last time you see them. You're confined from them, they are from you. That's got to be a tremendous shock for people when they go through that.
It is, and you're bringing up an excellent point that I want to make sure that we underscore, and that is that people in the aftermath of losing someone in this pandemic, you're not just dealing with loss, you're dealing with trauma as well.
Okay.
And the traumatic aspects are going to make you not unlike somebody who has post-traumatic stress syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
Where there are many symptoms because you have been personally traumatized by this loss. So we can expect people not just to be heartbroken with grief, but to also have much anxiety associated with losing the loved one in this fashion, not having people around to help support us as we go through this. Plus, at the same time, we may be worried about our own health and the health of our other loved ones.
Right.
And could we have another loss? What do we need to do to protect ourselves, our children, our other family members? All of this can interfere with our ability to pay attention to the loss of the person who has already died.
Right.
And it will be something that will have to be over time handled as paying attention to the person who died, as well as continuing to pay attention to the demands of the pandemic crisis in terms of taking care of ourselves and others.
Right.
And so that's another difference in terms of our grief, is that we don't have the luxury, if you will, of being able just to pay attention to the grief.
Right.
We have to pay attention to the grief. We have to pay attention to how we're going to continue to survive. How are we going to economically make it through this? How are we going to take care of our children's schooling? How are we going to make sure that there's enough food on the table? How are we going to open up our small businesses? And that may mean that some of the time you would ordinarily get to be focusing on your grief, you might not have all of that time right now. That doesn't mean you don't get to it. But it may mean that some of it may only be able to be dealt with over time because there's so many immediate survival issues that you're dealing